Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Critter here, and as you can see, I'm out in the woods and I'm on the IBEX today. So I think I'll probably put that in the title. You guys have probably already read that. I'm out with a bunch of folks. This is the very first ever GLFY Mini ride, and yeah, so we're out today exploring the backcountry in behind Nanaimo area of Vancouver Island. Should be a good time. Beautiful day, and this will be a real good test today for the IBEX off-road. I've got her all armored up thanks to Outback Motor Tech. Yeah, she's got the crash bars and the bash plate on. Unfortunately, I'm still on the stock tires, and I'm just not happy with those stock tires in anything wet. So I'm glad it's a little bit dry. So anyways, why don't you stick around and we'll see what we get up to. Wow. Here comes the man, the myth, the legend, Damon Stangerlin. Follow him on YouTube and Instagram. I'll link him below. Alright, camera's not going to do it any justice, but this is a little bit steep and sort of loose blast rock type stuff. Cross ditch, boop boop. This stuff's all good here. It's just regular gravel. I'm still on the stock tires. I got rid of this gum in my face. There. There, now I can talk properly. Potentially. I never do. But yeah, don't know if I mentioned or not, but I'm still on the stock tires, and I'm not happy with them. They're great on the road, but for the kind of riding we're doing off-road, not so much. Not very confidence inspiring at all. The front end likes to wash quite a bit, so you got to be on guard for that. Oh, look at that shot! Ooh! Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous day! Absolutely stellar, boys and girls. Oh my. See, even this stuff here, this wet sawdusty stuff, the front end wants to wash out on that. So you really got to keep on your toes with these stock tires. Yeah, just look at that. A little bit too much cloud and haze, otherwise we'd be able to see Mount Baker. All right, well, we haven't really begun to give her the beans yet, but you know, one thing I just want to point out, and one thing I'm noticing right away, is the planted feeling this bike has, even with the crap tires. I did put bar risers on it. I've mentioned that in previous videos. Just because I am 6'2", and you know, the stock position of the bars were just too low. I was leaning too far forward. Now with the bar risers in there, and the bars rolled slightly forward, it is so freaking comfortable now. Arms are slightly bent, knees are slightly bent, I'm leaning slightly forward, and yeah, this thing just feels so planted. All right, now we got some stuff going on. A little quad trail here. We'll check this out. Looks like we got a Jeep up there too, I can see in the bush a little bit.
There was nothing to put my foot on.
Yeah, I got the bike. There you go.
Oh, this scares me. That's completely in the way.
Don't worry about it. Take your time.
You know what?
Yeah, there you go.
Stay left.
Or just go straight through.
Unfortunately, the last person he watched was Carl, who went straight through.
Ah. There, she's not that fat. She got between the two trees. Just realized this whole time I've been riding with traction control on. So I'm now in off-road mode. Easy peasy. All right, that was fun. I missed getting Chris come up there, but yeah, he did great. He did great. One of those classic cases where a person can get inside their head, and that was all it is. That little dip was far more intimidating looking than what it actually was. No worse than riding any really parkade that I've or underground parking that I've come across in, say, Vancouver. So it was pretty, yeah, it looked worse than what it was. It was still challenging, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from any of us that did it, or anything away from Chris. Chris nailed it. And then he came out of there like a real champ. Like I said, I missed it. I think other people got it. Hopefully I can get some footage off of them. Anyways, we're gonna go for a quick little rip now to I don't know where, because I never know where I'm going. I'm just following. But yeah, what a great day. What a great day. Absolutely gorgeous. I've fallen into sweep position so that I can do a little bit more concentration on filming and talking. I prefer to be sweep personally. Not that I don't mind riding in the pack. I just sometimes I feel like I'm being pushed if someone's behind me, and especially when I'm trying to film, I want to be able to kind of just wander wherever I want. That's another reason why I like sweep too. Come to think of it, is my line choices are questionable. Let's say questionable at best. So they're not everybody's line choice, and sometimes I will take a hard one on purpose. Sometimes I'll take the wrong one on purpose, just to keep challenging myself. And I find when I get into a group ride, and if I'm in the middle of the pack or if I have someone behind me, I'll 9 times out of 10 automatically follow the person in front of me, follow their line. So yeah, anyways, I like to sweep. Let's just say that. But so far, again, back to this thing off-road, like, it is, it's hard to describe, it really is. For those that don't know, I'm coming from a 250L. 2015 CRF 250L, tall seat, bar risers, pardon me, aftermarket suspension, and she's tall, she's my love, and you'll see her in all the other videos. So a lot of my comparisons are going to be based on how I ride that bike and this bike. I'm going to try and ride this bike exactly how I rode that little dual sport, or how I ride that little dual sport. I can't talk about her in the past tense because she's still around. I haven't gotten rid of her, nor will I ever. But yeah, so I'm going to try and ride this thing like I ride the 250L. And so far, you know, again, it's like when I got the suspension. You don't really know what you're missing until you have it. So to have those extra 25 ponies, because this thing is basically double the horsepower of the CRF, and it's 49 or 50, something like that, horses. And again, like I've said in other reviews, I'm not one on techs and specs and all that jazz. I'm more about what the bike does for me mentally and spiritually, if you will, and all that jazz, emotionally, blah blah blah. But yeah, you know, having those extra ponies, man, it sure is nice. You know, to lift the front tire over puddles and stuff, you just wrap the throttle now, whereas on the CRF, it's a full-on body, getting your body right into it, which is a bit of a workout, which is great. I mean, I need to lose the weight and I enjoy the workout, absolutely. You definitely won't hear me saying anything bad about the CRF, because I love it so much. So, and you know, seeing as how I do love that bike so much, this bike has a lot to prove. It has some pretty big shoes to fill. But I will say, so far today, granted that little quad trail we just did was pretty the most technical thing we've done so far. Everything else, all these 4 service roads, not a problem at all. Again, just the tires. I cannot stress the tires enough. That front tire especially. The back tire slipping out is totally fine. I'm cool with that. I can handle that. It's when that front tire washes, and it wants to wash to my right away. Oh, we got a little gate. There we go. Somebody put that up. Oh, that's for weekday active falling. Shout out to Mosaic Forests. We actually are in here with permission. We have the key for the gates, and we have their blessing to be in here. They're actually one of our major sponsors for the Get Lost Find Yourself Foundation minis. So Mosaic, thank you again for your very generous support. We truly appreciate it. And you know, what a privilege to be able to ride back here and not have to worry about being kicked out or hunted down by security and stuff. Just very cool. But you see this here, like, I'm not even standing, I'm just sitting down. The suspension is soaking up all these rocks like nothing. I really like the suspension on here. Sometimes it hits a little hard on the street. I'm kind of used to that though, because that's how I have the suspension set up on the on Lucy. That's how I have Lucy set up too. I like it a little bit hard. Did I just say that? Oh my gosh. Suspension. Kind of listening to what I say here. Jeepers creepers. Oh, look at that view. It's so hard for me to do a serious review here. Come on. And I guess, you know, with it being difficult for me to do a serious review and having a smile on my face, I think that's a review in itself. That's speaking to the bike, because the bike is making me smile right now. And you know, climbing that hill back there, absolutely no problem. I remembered off-road mode this time after turning it off. I was riding with traction control on, so thankfully we didn't hit anything gnarly going downhill. But yeah, this, I don't know, it's a lot of fun, and very, 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 capable. And like I mentioned earlier, the way it's carrying the weight, you know, it's way wide, way wider than Lucy is, and but the way she's carrying her weight, it's all down low. It's evenly distributed. I don't feel front heavy or back heavy. She's planted. Aside from that front tire, everything about this bike is screaming confidence. Seat height, I have the taller seat, which makes it much better for me. That seat was actually an AliExpress find, and it added another 1.5 inches almost to my seat height, which was super awesome. But yeah, look at this view. Holy smokes. I'll just hold back here for a minute so I can keep talking. What was I saying? Maybe I won't keep talking because I forgot what I was going to say. Yep, this is Vancouver Island, ladies and gentlemen. This is a off-road motorcyclist freaking dreamland. Absolutely. This here is why you should get tickets to come up to the Get Lost Find Yourself Mini, as well as the Get Lost Find Yourself Gala event. Take a look at the website and see if it's something you're interested in. Absolutely gorgeous.